I will present my problem and solution which I developed heart disease prediction system using AI and with the help of GPT-4. I am Samina. Now I will present the problem statement. There is a need of the system. Okay, first of all, it was a need that there should be a system that detect the heart disease at the early stages. So only before some certain parameters, the system is developed, like it will detect that either the patient has any heart disease or not. And like before, if it will be done, then no need for the angiography if the patient has not severe heart disease. Okay, the solution: the model is trained. Okay, first of all, I trained the model to predict the heart health based on the set of parameters. The project is requesting certain parameters about the patient, and based on the trained model, the outcome will indicate whether or not the patient has the cardiac disease. This project can surely be implemented in real-time scenario, like preferably in the hospitals or in the clinics, where and even for the individual purpose also. If a person want that he either he had any heart disease or not, he can also check. I also tell that I used GPT-4. The idea generation was done by me, but later when I came to was the like I it was very less time to implement this all things. So I took the data set, and then I took the help from GTP, and I give them certain commands, and then I developed this app. Okay, the steps involved, that first of all, when I start the coding, I did in the Google Colab, and the first step, it was like, first of all, the installing dependencies for the model training, data manipulation, and interface development. For interface, I use the Gradio, and for the data manipulation, Pandas and NumPy. But NumPy used I use the arrays, and model training I use this SkillKit run, and OpenAI. I tried to implement this key, but it failed, so didn't use. Okay, later important dependencies, I use this certain I from different already. I told you that I use these libraries, so from these libraries I use some further modules. I more import, like I mentioned here that for the data manipulation, NumPy and Pandas. For the machine learning model training, for this training I use this import logistic regression from scikit-learn, and also for the scaling of data I import that standard scaler. And data set, as I told you that I took because shortage of time, I took already made data set, and used to train the model, and then features X and the target label L, target label Y. I used that with the code, with the help of, also with the help of ChatGTP. I designed this, I trained the model, and somehow I have some prior knowledge about this ML. So, and about this standard scale, I didn't use before, so I also took help from GPT, and he like recommend me that I should use this X-train scaled. This used this also in order to train after setting the fitting the values from this data set, and this fit transform, this coding terminology is used. And this logistic regression model training, yeah, it's also I used for this. It's like to manage overlapping symptom, like in the data set there are too many values, and this to avoid overlapping, and the maximum iteration limit is set at the beginning of the logistic regression. So it's I use, so it should give a valid output, like either the patient have this heart disease or not. Because values were I tried to implement certain checks, or that I have to change the values like that, but it was already done data set, so values were predefined. Okay, and define the prediction function inside all the main functionality performed in this under this function. It took the values from the user. These some parameters I mentioned, that age, sex, type of chest pain, and all these I took from the user, and on the basis of these and with the values in the data set, that okay, in the data set around 300 values are there inside, and according to that it's checked, okay, if target it's exactly match with the target value 0, then the patient has no heart disease. If the target value is 1, then the patient have the heart disease. Okay, step 6, it was like after developing properly this code, it was the like I used this interface, Gradu interface. It was option, I have to use the Streamlit or I have to use the Gradu. I prefer to use Gradu, and I use this and some certain CSS code with the help of GPT-4, obviously, because it was difficult for me to design. So I used GTP for coding also. Then I verified the code because I faced some errors. Then I again checked and I verified the code with the GPT. Okay. Technical and other challenges I faced, the time limit, because I was doing it alone. So time limit, I faced some features uh, like it was I want that on the fields, text fields, there should be some validation, some other features, but due to time limit I was facing again and again errors. So I deployed it now. Last few hours I'm deploying this app along with all the documentation requirements. And ethical, other some also little bit deployment. During deployments I also face on Hugging Face some problems, then again I check like that. Okay, it's the it's publicly available. I mentioned I deploy the my app on the Hugging Face, and I think um, I will check that how I should demonstrate. To copy the code, because my PC is not advanced, so I just develop on the PC. But for the video I am using this mobile phone. It was the laptop was not spotting enough any other softwares, so just copied, and here I will show you how it's working. I think it's you can also check, I provided the link inside the slides. It will take different parameters like age, sorry, this chest pain, this blood pressure, cholesterol values, ECG, this ST depression, stressed, slow peak. These are the early tests before the detection. In the hospital, the patient normally go for that. Is the thalassemia, and here it will be the show the results. The person does not have the heart disease. Okay, it's look like this my app, and on the Hugging Face I deployed. And thank you.